Hi there. Today, I'm going to show you how to create an ebook. Yes, from start to finish. Let's get into this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you what we're doing and why we're doing it. If you want to just go off and use the software to create an ebook, just go further into this video. But right now, I'm going to talk about what an ebook is, how it can help you, and the things you need to get ready before using the Designer.io software.
Okay.
One of the things that is important, as you can see on my screen on here, is the fact that we're creating an ebook with Designer.io. All right. And so what happens is that not only do we have to get things ready, we also need to learn how to use Designer.io, and that's what we're going to do today. And what are we aiming to achieve? First of all, we're going to start the timer. What that means is that I'm going to time the actual length of time it takes to go and get our text, put it into Designer, makes changes to it, and then hit the publish button. Okay? I'm going to actually do that time. Now, obviously, I'm going to cover a longer video in terms of explaining things as we go. All right? Import a Word document into Designer.io. We're going to use the tools and features to format the document that we create. We're going to insert page breaks for chapters and a table of contents. And also, then, we're going to attach a mock-up of a book cover and also a back cover as well. We're going to output it as a PDF file, but also I may show you a different way of looking at it as well. We're going to download the PDF, and we're going to stop the timer and see how long it takes. It could take as little as 10 minutes, maybe. Stay tuned. Now, what do we need to prepare? We need a book cover, a 3D mock-up. I'll show you examples of that. I'll show you the Word document I'm going to use with the source information in it. With a document for notes. Yeah, it's just a matter of just the running order, what things you have to remember. It's dead easy. I'll show you. And also images for the ebook. So any logos or pictures or things that will help actually make the book more readable. It doesn't make sense, does it, to put pictures to make it readable? Sometimes you want to put pictures in there that are congruent, that are related to the text, and that break up the text to make it easier for people to read. That's what we're looking at. Imagine a magazine without any pictures. It's just text, right? So have a think about that. Now, what are we going to end up with in terms of results? Hopefully, good quality output from the tool that we're using today. Also, at the moment, you can actually get a 7-day trial with Designer.io, and you can actually go and invest in it as well. Take a look down below. I may well have a link there, and that will actually help out myself and the channel and to do videos like this. Also, you'll end up with a book that you can actually give away or sell on your website. And I'll show you examples of what I do. All right. Now, in terms of, for example, what I do in terms of over here, this is my home page on here. If I go to, and you can see on here that it's turn your experience into passive income so you can buy back your time. And one of the ways in which I'm actually doing this is to have some ebooks. And you can go to the ebooks over here. Let's just go down, and you can see I've got the picture of the ebook, I've got the title, I've got a subtitle, and then more details along here. This is one of the first ones I did. Turn your expertise into a profitable online course. Click on details. And then this is the landing page, okay? You can put whatever information you want on this. What I might do actually with this one and with the others, I may end up putting in pictures of the first couple of pages of text just to give people an idea, like a little taster, all right? So I could put that there. I've got plenty of space down there. And then when I'm ready, you can see on here, there's a checkout button. Get your copy. And this is what I've done on here. Now, this particular checkout is Groove. And although I'm not going to cover it today, if you like, let me know. I'll do a video on this as well. Now, so that's the front end of it. That's what your visitor or your client or your prospective client will see. All right. What we're going to do is to put things in the background and make it more available. Therefore, what we have, as you can see on the screen here, is a designer video, a designer tool. And what we're going to do is, you can see that I've got no projects in here. Actually, I have. I've got folders and published. And if I click on that, you can see I've got some of the books in here. All right. So the page that I just showed you a minute ago had 6 books in it. This has got 5. And the one that I'm going to work on today is the 6th one. Okay. Now, as you can see, look, we can actually go into this. I am going to show you what it looks like. Okay. And then you can see what we're going to turn it into. With this, if I just zoom out a little bit, be a little bit better. And one of the things that you can see is it's got the page at the top, the picture at the top, and that's the front cover. And then it's got a table of contents, and then it's got the text. But notice that the chapter heading is in a different color, and every chapter is separated out with a page break. That's the last paragraph of that chapter, and then there's a page break, and then chapter 2. Okay, so for me, that's a lot neater. I think it looks good. Don't forget, I haven't got any pictures in here, but you can put in pictures anywhere you want to as well. All right, so there's the ebook, lots of information on there. And on the left-hand side, where it's got elements, this is where we can insert things like page break and import content and various of the bits and pieces like that. I'm just going to. So also, for example, if we click on something like the front page here, the cover, on this bar here, it actually shows you what you've got selected, and you can change the way the things look. For example, if I go to background, and this is the actual background image, and if I click on this, I can go and change it. Or the background color is white, and if I need to, and you see this #000, that's the color of the background. If I click on that over here and then put in a different color or put in one of these preset colors, it will change that background. Now, in this case, I'm not going to do it, but I will show you how to do these kind of things. And there's a lot more things that we're going to do with this tool. Are you excited? I am, because we're going to turn our text into a full-blown ebook that you can actually create as a PDF and then go sell or give away as a lead magnet. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you the things that I've actually got prepared. Therefore, this over here is the mock-up book that I've done. And you can see on here it's a greenish color. That's the same shade of green as is on ChatGPT or OpenAI. All right. And there's a reason for that. What I've done is I've got an ebook on how Google is gearing itself up for a challenge from the OpenAI Search GPT. Okay. So lots of things going on. It's a hot topic right now. And so I've written an ebook about this. Brilliant. Okay. Now, so I've actually got the title on here. I've got a tagline or a subtitle on here. Get ready for the ultimate battle, ? I could have put in, are you ready for the ultimate battle? There's a number of things that we can do with that, but that's going to be on my front cover. All right. And the really cool thing about this is you can use it in, for example, social media. It really stands out and very visual. Okay. So I love this. We can actually do that. Again, the way I normally do it is using a piece of software called Quick Design Pro. You can obviously use it in other tools as well. And if you're interested in that, just let me know. Put some comments into the chat. All right. So let's have a look at the text. You can see I've got a couple of images on there, a couple of logos that I may want to include into the actual PDF. And over here is the source file. And this is the document that I've created. This is the actual title of the book. And what I've actually done is, and you can't see this on here, go to styles, and right, we've got styles on here, and this is normal because when we actually import this into the Designer Pro, into the Designer software, I'm actually going to get rid of it. I'm not going to have it, but I am going to have this as a chapter heading, introduction. Notice on here, I've made it a heading 2, and it's changed color. And the rest of the text is black, and there are some headings that are black as well. But for example, look, there's another chapter heading 2. You get the idea. That there is a heading 3, but I'm not even going to show that on the table of contents, okay? So that's why that shows up as normal. But it will import in as bold, all right? So one of the things that I would do is get your text ready into a Word document or a Google Doc, and then put in if it's going to be a chapter heading, make it a H2, okay? That's what I would suggest on there, all right? So that's our source text. And this one here is just a few notes I've taken on here. So I've got the title on here, and I've got text for the back cover, all right? And any other information that you need quickly, so that when you're actually editing, you've got everything prepared and waiting, all right? What you're going to do is you're going to create a lead magnet, or you're going to create an ebook that somebody pays for. You're using it as part of your digital marketing strategy, your internet marketing strategy, whatever you want to call it. It's a way to show your experience, your knowledge, authority, show that you're an expert. And also, it's a way in which you can actually grow your email list. There's a number of things that you can do with this, okay? And one of the important things to remember with this is that although I go through and I'm thorough in saying, this is what you're doing, this is why you're doing it, these are the results, what you have to remember is that the step-by-step is often very easy. And I've used an example of learning how to use a piece of software, but using data or information that I need to do something with, and that way it was actually useful for me to spend this time. And you can do that too. And this is what your platform will look like when you create an account in designer.io. Therefore, go to create, and it's asking, I'd like to create what? Oh, a project? Ebook. Yes, that's what I want. To be published as what type of format? Because of the level that I've actually bought this at, it's a standard level. Therefore, it allows me to actually save it as a PDF or as a flip book. And that's really cool. I'll show you that near the end. Or you can say, I don't know yet. I'll decide later. All right, let's do that. I'd like to select something to be used as my baseline. That's the text that we're looking at, the source text. Click on select, upload file, and then import from Word. Now, before I do that, let's just go through and let's just go back one. And you can see on here, from an existing doc. So it may be a document that you've imported for another project, okay? Word Genie, it's this AI tool. And I've used it a little bit. I tend to use ChatGPT or Gemini more, okay? But it's up to you. You can try it out. Now, remember, depending on what you've bought, it gives you credits on the left-hand side here. And then once they're gone, and then you have to replenish them. Or you can actually just start writing from scratch or use a chosen template. Okay. Now, in this case, we're going to go to upload file. And actually, what I did say was, I am going to start the timer. Let's go back and let's just have a look at this. All right. So I'm going to start the timer now. You know, I've spent about a minute on this. And go. All right. So hopefully you see that. I've started the timer now. Okay. So in this case, upload the file on here, upload, import from Word, and or where is it? You can browse, or you can drop it in there. So in this case, I'm going to go to downloads, folder on here, and the source right there. Okay. Now, that's gone and actually uploaded it to the platform. Click on apply. The ebook will be on the topic of what theme. As I said, I've played around with this a little bit, and to save you time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to business and business development sales. Okay. So in this case, that's fine. 2 themes, bottom right-hand corner, click on OK. All right. Now, let's start. Go through and go find a template that I like. And I'm going to use this one over here. And you see the little button over here, the little line? If you click on it, it'll show you a preview of what it looks like. And in this case, then, it takes a second, especially since I'm in recording this, it's taken a few seconds. You can see that's the cover page. And then the next page on here, it shows you what a normal page would look like. As I said, it takes, notice it's got a header on there and it's got a footer on there. And then the last page on here is the back page. This is the design that has been set up as the back page. And on the back page, you can normally put in a picture, the title, and maybe a couple of paragraphs to let people know what the book is about, to entice them, persuade them to actually go and give it a go and purchase it. Okay? Now, I'm happy with this. Use this template. Okay. And away we go. We are now at the cover page of our document, and you can see on the right-hand side, cover page starts at 0, and then page 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what I'm going to do with the cover page on here is I'm going to actually go and delete some of this text on here. I don't need this. Therefore, if I go to where it says Search GPT source, now, the reason that's on there is that's the actual file name, if you recall. If I click on this small box here, the blue box with the 6 white dots, click, and it says heading 1. Yes, that's the heading 1. No, I don't want it. Delete. What else is here that we maybe don't want? So you may have to click on the screen, see if there's anything else. Oh, it's got my name on there. I don't want that. There you go. Okay, so hopefully, and this one here is for heading to influencers. We don't need that either, because our picture or image that we're going to put on there has everything we need. Now with this, over here, if you click on, this is a container. Leave that as it is, that's fine. Now, we're on the cover page, we've clicked on the cover page, and on the left-hand side, I want you to go down until you find background. And let's make and so click on background, and you can see it's got background color and it's got this picture. What do we need to change? Change the background. Click on it, and these are my images, and you can upload an image, and we know where they are. They are in the downloads folder and search GPT, and that's the image I want right there. Open it up. Upload photo. And click on it once. And that's it. That's the background. Now, because it's a PNG file, it doesn't have a background. It takes the background of the document. I don't want that bluish, grayish one. Okay, so I'm looking at the cover page content now. And on the left-hand side, you can see that you've got background image. If I go to background color, and you can see on here, if I click here and click on this little box here, I can pick the color that I want. I can pick any of these pre-programmed colors, or pick one from the list, or even type in the hex code. In this case, I'm just looking for a white background, just like that, and choose. And you can see on there, and that's fine. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so the cover page is done. Nothing else to do, nothing else to see here. Now, the next thing we're going to do is go down to the next page, and you can see on here that I said we would put in a table of contents. It's just got the text straight after the cover page. In this case, make sure you're on Elements over here, click on Table of Contents and drag it and put it directly above the first line in the text. What type of table of contents? Click once, and it automatically puts it in. Just like that. Perfect. Now, in this case, with the table of contents, what we're going to do is we're going to go and actually change the way this looks very briefly. Click on Introduction, and you can see on here that it's the breadcrumbs on here, page content, TOC wrapper, TOC row, right? Table of contents row. So that's one of the rows. Make changes to all elements. So whatever change I make over here now, it's going to affect every single box on the rest of the page. In this case, though, I want to do something very simple. I want to change this font. Click on the drop-down list, and you can actually do a search for PT and PT serif right there. And I've just changed every single item in there. Now, I do have to do the numbers separately. Do the same again. Click on one of the numbers, make changes to all elements, and then drop-down list, pick it again, and look, it's changed all of them. And I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. The only thing, though, is that, well, remember, a table of contents, if you click on different parts of it, different boxes appear. The best way to look at it is go to this area over here between table of contents and the first item, and it selects the whole table of contents. And also then you can go to the blue box, and this button here, the two circular arrows, refresh TOC. And that's brilliant. Now, you are going to need to do that as and when you make changes to the pages that are below. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down, and I told you that's the title of the actual book, and I don't want that in the book itself. We've already got a cover picture for it. I will delete that. Use the little delete button. Gone. Now, we've already made this a H2 in our Word document, didn't we? Therefore, this is a chapter title. Brilliant. I'm okay with that. Let's scroll down and let's find the next chapter. There's the next chapter, and I want to insert a page break immediately above it. Go to Elements, Page Break, drop it in before the chapter title, let go. Now, what happens is that it creates this space here, which is fine because that's the end of the previous chapter, goes through, creates, it's got a new page with a new chapter title, and you go down, and that looks good as well. That's fine. Now, at some point, if there's white space that looks out of sorts, like, for example, now, is there enough space for the title and text? This space on here. If there is, we'll find out. Click on the box, drag it, let go. Brilliant. We've got the title on there. Now, will the text go in there as well, below it? No, it won't. So probably putting this title on here is probably not a good idea. Therefore, I will move it back like that. Go through, and look, it goes all the way down to the next bottom of the page. That's fine. That's fine. That looks fine. That looks fine. And that doesn't look like there's enough space for that because it's automatic most of the time. Okay? So most of the time, it just flows automatically. Now, have we had another chapter on here? Probably not. Let's take a look. Where's the next chart? Here it is. Therefore, Elements, Page Break, go again. That's it. Now, there is a bit of space over here. And then this page, this paragraph here can be moved up, but then it will move everything else up. And you don't want to do this manually, do you? That would be a bit of a pain, wouldn't it? Therefore, what I do is I go to the top left-hand corner of the white area of the page, click on it. There's the actual button there, the blue button. Click on it, and next to where it says page content, there's another circular arrows, and I don't know whether you can see it properly. Hopefully you can. Repaginate. Click on that button. And now, look at this. It's brought everything else up. And in fact, that there, it probably needs to go to the next line. Okay, so let's push it down there. So you get the idea that you've already got fantastic content. You've got it in your Word document or your Google Doc. You put the H2s for the chapter headings. And then what you can do is look at the layout here. This software is not going to go and split up a paragraph. And I think it looks better that way. All right. And take a look at this all the way down. And we don't even need a page break in there because that's the next chapter. Look, that's fine. That's okay. All the way down and carry on. Go through the whole document. You get the idea. Now, the other thing that I want to show you is the fact that these paragraphs are left aligned or left justified. Yes? You agree? All of them? If I click on this link here, this box here, and just like I did earlier, make a change to this paragraph, but I want it to go and impact on every single other paragraph, and make changes to all your elements. Look, page content and paragraph. Put the click in there. And then on here, I want to make it fully justified. See this button here? Left, center, right, fully. That means that there'll be a straight line on the left and the right of the paragraph. So it'll look nicer. Take a look and see how it looks at the moment. Click on it. Make sure you put the changes to all elements in there. Fully justified. And wow, look at that. Can you see that? Doesn't that look better? Like a proper book? Yes? All right. Okay. Cool. I'm very happy with that. Now, what else can you change on here? I tell you what I don't want to do is I don't want this search GPT source over here. What I want is for it to show the title at the top, and then let's open up my documents folder. Oh, I'm just opening up my documents folder, and I'm just getting the actual title on here. And right, so in this case, you can go to any of the pages, by the way, any of the headers, and make a change. So you can actually just paste in the title that you want. So this is Search GPT Optimization 101. Now, if you look at my book, I could actually put in "Get ready for the ultimate battle" or whatever taglines I want in here. But in this case, I'm okay with that. That's fine. If I go down to the footer, and in this case, though, let's look at the next one so we can see it better. I don't want that file name there at all. And so I click on it, the blue box, delete. Okay. In this case, though, I do want the page numbers in there. Therefore, I go to the bottom left-hand corner onto the toolbar here, go to the settings, page numbering label. Just activate that, and look at that. It's automatically got page numbers coming in there in a color which is congruent with the background. Page 3, page 4. You get the idea. And again, if you want to change the font or the size of the text, you can do it for one, and it'll impact every single page, the footer on the document. You get the idea. If I wanted to actually get rid of this purplish, grayish background, I could just highlight this, go to background color, and then actually get rid of the background there. In fact, why don't we do that? Look, this is on over here. Click on this, and I'm going to put in this button here. It's got no background. Okay, choose. So now it's taken off that background for every single one. However, it's harder for me to read the page numbers. Therefore, let's go to the page number on here. Remember, you have to take the word and the number separately. So in this case, we're going to go over here, keep the format as it is, but it's the text color I want to change. Click on it, or let's click on that there. And then I want to choose this blue that is on here. I've used that before. Open up that one. I think this one here. That's the one I like. That's part of my branding. Okay. And then same thing for the page number. And text color, and that dark blue there, choose. Now, do we do this for every single footer in the whole document? No. Take a look. You get the idea, yes? It's very easy to make changes on here. So easy to do. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this one here. Okay, so we are at the back cover. And remember I said I had some text over here that I'm going to put on. So what I'm going to do is go and paste paragraphs in here. I'm going to just quite simply do Control V or paste it in there. That's it. And this paragraph on here, I highlight and delete. If there's a pasted things in or it's working its way through, sometimes it does hang a little bit. I don't know whether that's my system or the fact that we're online at the moment, or it could just be that the software takes a few seconds sometimes. It's not such a big issue on there. I'm just going to press enter there twice. I've got two separate paragraphs in here. I've got the book title on here, which I'm going to go through. There you go. And again, I can put a little picture on here. In this case, I'm going to actually put in some pictures that we prepared earlier and upload an image, browse, and let's take the OpenAI and the Google, and you can see you can put two images in at once. Upload photos. And there they are. Therefore, what I'm going to do is I can put over here, I can put in Google and drop a picture anywhere I want to. Okay, resize it and move it around. In this case, though, I'm just going to put it out of the way here. And then also I'm going to go to images. I'm going to bring in the OpenAI. And again, same thing. Resize it and just put it over here. All right. In a future video, I may actually go and do a little bit more advanced work if people want it to put pictures within text and so on. Also, don't forget, I want this fully justified. Let's make that happen. And search engine optimization. You can even put a paragraph in about the author, put your own picture in. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Now, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that little design over there. And you can see on here that we've got now 33 pages numbered. If I go back to the very top, so there's the cover page, and that's the table of contents. And you can see on here, the last chapter starts at page 26. If I now go back to here, the blue box, it says TOC wrapper, and the one halfway along or 2/3 of the way along, refresh TOC. Press it once, and you can see this is now updated. So the last chapter actually will start on page 28. That's it, folks. That is our ebook. And make sure you go through it. We've already gone through it. Make sure you go through it line by line or page by page. Make sure you're happy with the layout. And also, on the left-hand corner, can you see on here, bottom left-hand corner, there's a save button. Auto-save by default is on, which is good. Normally, I don't spend more than 2 or 3 minutes before saving things. And I didn't actually show you that before. But it has been saving as we have been going for every 5 minutes or so. Now, what has it done? It saved the project within the software. And what you can do is go and publish, click on publish. What is it you want to do? The first thing we want to do is Adobe Reader. And again, it's got the title that you gave it when we first imported in the text. It's taking the name of the Word document. In this case, I've got a better one, which is That's the full title on there. I'm happy with that. Click on export. Now, this does take a minute or two. And if you've actually got a substantial ebook, the system may say, hey, things are busy at the moment. We're going to email you in a few minutes or up to half an hour. And I've had that as well, which is fine. It just emails you, click on the link, and then you get to this screen over here. Do you want to download your PDF file, or do you want to open up a flipbook? Let's do both, shall we? Download your PDF. It opens up a new tab. And the really cool thing about this, look, it's got up to 35 pages. You can zoom in and out, and you can go through and look at that. Fantastic. Download. And this is the complete Search GPT ebook. And it's save it as a PDF. Save. Okay. So that was 1.3 megabytes. Now, if I go back one tab and say open flipbook, okay, let's see what this one looks like. And what happens is, there you go, it shows you one page, but you see this little arrow on the right-hand side, and you can flip your book. Now, you can't hear this, but there's a little click just there as the pages get across, like that. See? Okay, so it goes all the way through to page 35. And there's a number of different things that you can do with this. Now, for simplicity, today we've just done the PDF, all right? And if I go back to the this folder on here, Complete Search GPT ebook, open it up, double click on it, there's your PDF right there, okay? If you click on it, for example, chapter 2, click on it, it takes you to chapter 2. Brilliant. Job done. Now, I should stop the timer on this. What I will do is when I edit the video, I'll actually put on a reasonable amount of time that I think it took on there, because we had a couple of technical issues. And so I will actually put that on there. Otherwise, that's the way to go and create your first ebook. Okay. How did you feel about that? How did that work for you? One of the things that I'm a great believer in is having the things ready so that you're not scrounging around and messing about, so that straight away you have everything ready. Use the software, import it in, do the things that you need to go on, and then complete it, export it as a PDF or as a flipbook, and do something with it. Okay? And I showed you that I've even already got the web pages lined up for that particular ebook. Okay? So it's all set up. And within minutes, I can go and make it active, upload it to my system, and it'll be active in my website, and somebody can actually go and look at it, find it, purchase it, and download it. Remember, not only did we look at the software today, Designer.io, we looked at evaluating it. So you've got a free license for 7 days, and click on the link below to actually go and access the software. Try out the software and create an ebook just like that. And if you can either write the ebook, get someone to write it for you, you can get AI to write it for you, or you can get whichever way you write, you may already have it written, but just do it, use the software, and then make it happen. And you can see in a few minutes, you can transform a lump of text into a nice looking, aesthetically pleasing ebook or flipbook. Okay. Now, I'm going to be doing videos later on that will actually help you move on with your journey, help you go and create your passive income and so on. And if you've got any suggestions for videos, drop me a line. Make sure you comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Nick out.